and welcome to Ordinary Life on Coast Access Radio, a show where we talk about, well, just ordinary stuff, really, with me, Emma.
And me, Kitty.
And we are brought to you by Cover Yours Insurance. From quote to claim, they're in your corner. Contact them on coveryours.co.nz.
Ha ha.
And we're not medical experts, are we, Kitty? We're just having a yak.
Still not a medical expert. And we'd like to stress that this is just, all of these things are just our own personal opinions and not advocating for anything or...
Well, we are,
Well,
but...
we're advocating for a good life with Parkinson's.
That's good. I like that. I like that idea.
You like that?
Yeah, we're advocating for our... Because we're just talking about what life's like for us, really, aren't we?
Absolutely.
And today we want to talk about, well, it's my idea really, so I'll kick it off, shall I?
I think it was a good one.
Yeah, so I was the topic is about self-grief and how, well, this kind of is something I started noticing a little while into my Parkinson's journey, like not immediately after being diagnosed. So I was diagnosed and I think I went through a period of thinking, I've got this, it's okay. And then after a while I started noticing these feelings of, which later I came to put the label of grief on. And it was things like I was grieving the life I kind of assumed I would have when I had sorted all my stuff out and was actually achieving what I wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really necessarily what I did have, it was what I thought I was going to get. And I looked at my life and thought, that's all gone now. I can't do that. I have Parkinson's, sort of thing.
It's kind of, it's a tough one. I remember being told that it would take me 2 years to come to terms with my diagnosis.
Okay, that's a very specific time frame.
Well, I mean, 2 years minimum to at least accept what's happened to you. And I think in reality it's been more than 2. I don't think I'm ever going to accept that I have a degenerative illness.
And I really like that about you. I'll tell you why. Because I feel like that lack of acceptance has made you able to do things that you might have convinced yourself otherwise.
That is true. I did tell myself that I should just go for it, and just do stuff and try things, even if they scared me or I thought they were unobtainable.
Yeah.
And I've done things that I never believed I could possibly do.
Is that you never believed with or without Parkinson's, or you just never believed once you had Parkinson's?
Well, one thing I've said to a few people is what did annoy me a little bit is when I achieved anything, people would be like, "Oh, and you've got Parkinson's as well. Isn't it amazing that you can do this?" And I would say, "Hang on, I've always been that freaking amazing. I've always been quite loud. I've always been a little bit bolshy." But suddenly, sometimes I feel a bit patted on the head almost.
Yeah, that's what it felt like when you were saying that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, why is it amazing that I can do this stuff just because I've got Parkinson's? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I guess what people are kind of going, and it does feel like a pat on the head, I get it. But maybe they're going, for a normal person, that would be pretty impressive. But you're not normal, Kitty.
I guess not. But
I totally get this too, because I get it too.
I'm very not normal.
People say things to me like, I find this hard, and I don't even have what you have to deal with.
I love that. Yeah, I've heard that before.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't quite know what to say because I'm sat here reeling, thinking of all the times people they look at you and they're like, "Oh," but I mean, to pull it back to the grief thing, it's certainly recently I've been getting older as well. I'm finally at the stage where there's that whole thing where people immediately usually say, oh, you're so young. And I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, get me, I'm young. But I'm 51 now. And it's like, ooh, soon I'll be at an acceptable age to have Parkinson's.
I don't know if that's soon though.
Do you know?
Like, you still got at least 15 years
Yeah.
before the like age of retirement sort of thing.
I mean, I'm finally, nobody bats an eyelid when I say I like gardening anymore, because I used to do that kind of stuff.
You're living up to your stereotype.
I'm living to my stereotype. But the grief thing, I think, because it'll be 10 years next year that I've had Parkinson's, and it is changing me a bit. And I'm slower than I used to be, and I don't like that. And I've done a lot of serious thinking. And I don't know at what point you accept, or do you keep fighting? Because it's so easy to just give up.
Yeah.
But you have to keep. You can't give up. But then you're kind of grieving for the life that you would have had.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do sit there and think, would I have done this? Would I have done that? I could have gone. I used to love tramping and doing all that stuff. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that ever again.
Yeah.
And a couple of things I've had to put aside and think, you know what? That's probably going to be too much for me. I can't do that. And then when you throw Mike into the mix, who's my husband, who's had a cardiac arrest and now has long-term health issues with his heart, he will never go tramping ever again. You know, and those are the kind of things that we planned for. Some stuff we find really difficult. And we got together, and then 3 months later he had this terrible incident. And suddenly so many things are now beyond our reach.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah. For me, that felt like sometimes it felt sad, and sometimes it made me feel angry. Mm-hmm. Do you feel the rage at times?
I feel angry a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cry quite a lot on a morning sometimes. I'll get up but I don't want to exercise, but I know I have to.
Yeah.
I know that I should. I mean, I lie there looking at the news instead, thinking I really should get up and exercise. And you don't want to. And then I feel angry because I have to. Do you know
Sorry
what I mean?
that I laughed.
No, I say I'm actually very glad you laughed, because otherwise I'm going to start crying. Because I feel angry about it.
Yeah.
And I get up, and even while I'm doing it, I'm like, other people don't do this. Other people don't have to do this.
Yeah.
And they'll go, oh, aren't you good? Aren't you good? You exercised. And you're like,
Oh, yeah. I don't really have a choice. Exercise or die.
well, yeah.
But I really like that response I saw in you then with the anger, and it made me realise that that's why I prefer to feel angry over feeling sad, because feeling sad tends to make you sit there and feel sad and cry. Feeling angry tends to make you get up and do something ragey, and that kind of feels more alive to me.
But it is sad, isn't it?
It is
know.
bloody sad, and that's why, like, if we go there, it's
She laughs.
it's really, really hard to get out of it sometimes, and you just need to. You look like you need a cuddle. I'm giving you on-air
Are you
cuddle.
giving me a virtual hug?
A virtual hug.
Yeah. I mean, it is really, really difficult, because when you think about it, you can't. Well, I don't think about it. It's why I don't read research. I don't look at research in Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And people say, but you have a radio program and a podcast about Parkinson's disease. What do you mean you don't look at the research? I'm just like, I can't.
Well, research doesn't have the power to help you immediately, does it? It goes, this might be something that will help you in future, and you just go, I need something now.
Well, yeah, that's it. And
what helps us now is this.
Yeah,
Totally.
This is really helpful. It is really helpful, and I do really enjoy coming and having my weekly therapy session, which is quite good. And I do feel sad for people that maybe don't have this kind of thing. So Emma, are there anything that you particularly miss, or?
Yeah, I think the things, what do I miss? Because my life is so different from what it started out being when I was diagnosed. And I think that in many ways it's better. There's just some things that we think, like from time to time, my husband and I, if not for you being disabled, or if not for XYZ, we would be in a different position. This would be easier. This would be different. But like, I guess going down that track, I haven't really kind of pursued that thought very far. So like with the self-grief, I guess because one of the things, I would not be as fit and active as I am now without it.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm like really hugely grateful. Yeah. And I tend to hate it when people go, gratitude, do gratitude journaling.
Gratitude journaling.
Write down 3 things that you
are
grateful for. And I go, ugh, when I hear that kind of stuff. But this is one aspect where it is making me feel much better about things. Because the other thing, the self-grief thing I got into was it made me feel really like jealous of other people as well.
Oh yeah, I feel jealous of people quite a lot.
And it would literally be just like someone would get up and walk across the room and I'd be like, wish I could do that.
Just walking is sometimes so hard for me now. And I'm seriously thinking I might have to get some poles or something but I don't want to. I don't.
Why don't what's the thing about not wanting to get something to help?
Because it's kind of like accepting that it's accepting that it's that bad.
Yeah.
And it's it's accepting that something has progressed and you cannot hold it back anymore.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what more will I have to do? How far is this going to go? And then people will say, oh, but I thought you exercised every day. I thought that helped. And you're like, well, it does. How much does it help? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. But I'm not about to find out by stopping,
Yeah. I guess if we take the grief analogy thing a bit further, then acceptance is probably something that will really help.
But do you ever accept it?
I accept. No, no, I don't. I don't want. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to accept it. I know that accepting. I'm trying to accept where I am now as where I am, and just kind of not do too much dwelling in the land of what it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I started with dyskinesia this year. People say they don't really notice it, but I feel like I feel it. I notice it. I can find it there. I'll roll over in bed on a night, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes my limbs might tremor a little bit, but I've taken to interlocking my hands across my stomach, because that way I know they won't move.
Yeah.
And it's little things like that, and then you think, how bad is it going to get? And then you just have to push that away, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like put that in its little box.
Where am I going to be in 10 years' time? Oh my goodness, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
And you just push that away.
Yeah.
Because you cannot think about it.
Totally.
Because it's too scary.
It is too scary. So you just go, but maybe shall we try and work on just accepting what we need to get by now is okay? Because I just say that because I feel like getting something like sticks would help you. And may I please show off on air my new...
I really like that. You've got this. It's not very good for radio, but honestly, she's got these little like flappy things that means she can put her sticks on tables and stuff.
Because one of the annoying things about sticks is...
and I will put it up.
is every time you want to sit down and not move around, you've got to find somewhere for your sticks that isn't in the way, and they're constantly falling over and being a pain.
Yeah.
But
I really like.
I
Were
just
they like a
discovered-
little attachment?
I found them at this place called Well Able in Paraparaumu.
Ah, yes, I've
Yes.
heard of them.
Yes, so we should talk about that next time,
We
like
should.
my little trip to Well Able. But this is apparently this is the most asked for kind of sold item in their shop, which
Oh,
is a
it's
little
fantastic.
clip for your stick.
There you
and
go.
it's
Clip
got
for your stick,
and they've got little reflectors on, so they look really cool. Although
so
I'm
you
not
can
sure
see
why.
them in the dark.
Yeah, it's kind of like, where would you be looking for them in the dark? But
Yeah.
that's loveliness to come, probably.
And so you can, I'll put that up on our Instagram. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at ordinarylife.co.nz or Ordinary Life. There, somewhere. But yeah, we are there, and get in touch if you want. And you can see there's lovely pictures of Emma with her stick.
And some pictures of Kitty doing podcasting radio.
Podcasting stuff. Huge thanks to Coast Access Radio, and huge thanks to you, Emma.
And you, Kitty, and to cover yours.
Excellent stuff all round.
And we'll talk next time.
We'll be back in 1 week.
Ka kite anō.
See you later.
This program was made with assistance from New Zealand On Air for radio broadcast and through the accessmedia.nz website. Thank you, New Zealand On Air.